Welcome students. Today's the subject is data communication. In the last session we have to see the CA, CSMA or CA wireless network, random access network and multiple access network control. And today's we have to see the controlled access protocol. Okay, what is that controlled access protocol? Here, the station consult or another to find with the station has a right to send. The station cannot send the unless it can or it has been authorized to the other station. The three popular control access methods are there. The first one is the reservation, the second one is the polling, and third one is the token passing. First one, what is a reservation? Before we sending data, each station needs to make a reservation of the media. The time to divide in the two intervals. The first one is each interval, the reservation frame precede the data frames, and if no of station is equal to n, then there are the n reservation of the mini slot in the reservation frames. Each mini slot belongs to the station. When a station wants to send a data frame, it makes a reservation in its own mind slots. The station that have made a reservation can send the data, its own the data frames. See, in this figure, we have to see the reservation frames as well as the data modules and the data, how the data station sent from the station 1, station 2 and station 3. Okay, in this figure, the 5 station have a mini slot, 5 mini slot reservation frames. In the first interval, only a station 1, 3 and 4 have made a reservation. In the second interval, only a station 1 has made a reservation. The next one is a polling. A polling, nothing but in one device is a designed as a primary station and other device as designed as a second station. And functions of the polling, the primary device control the link. The primary device is always the initiator of the session. The primary device is determined which device is allowed to use the channel at the given time. All the data exchange must be made through a primary device. The secondary device follows the instruction of the primary device. The distinguish or disadvantage, if the primary station fall, the station goes down. The pole and select function is used to prevent the collision. As you shown in the figure, the collision, how it's occur the collision. In the first we have to, if the primary want to send a data, it tells the secondary to get ready to receive. This is called the select function. In the primary, alert the secondary about the upcoming transmission by sending the select frame. Then wait for the acknowledgement from the secondary. Then send the data frame and finally wait for an acknowledgement from the secondary. Poll. If the primary want to receive a data, it asks the secondary if they have anything to send. This is called the poll function. This is called as a poll function. When the first secondary is approached, it responds either with NAK frame if it has no data to send, or the data frame if it is the data to send. If the response to the negative, then the primary poll the next secondary in the frame manner. When the response is positive, the primary or the read the frame and return to the acknowledgement. This is called as an polling. The next one is token passing. In the network, the stations are organized in a ring fashion. That is, for each section there is a procedure and a successor. A pre, the predecessor is a station which is logically before the station in the ring. The successor is the station which is after the station in the ring. The current station in the one that is accessing the channel now. The token is special packet that circular through the ring. Here its work, the station can send the data only if it has a token. When the station want to send the data, it wait until it receive the token from its procedure. Then the station hold the token and send it data. When the station finishes the sending the data, the station realize the token, passes the token to the successor. The main function of the token management, the station must be limited in the time they can hold the token. The token must be monitored to ensure it has not been lost or destroyed. For example, if the station that is holding a token falls, the token will disappear from the network. Assign the priority to the station and the type of data being transmitted. Make low priority station release the token to high priority station. Logical ring, the token passing network, the station do not have the physically connected in a ring. The ring can be logically one. Four physical topology to create a logical ring. The first one is physical ring, second one is dual ring, third one is the bus ring, and next one is the star ring. First, let us see the first one, the physical ring. When a station is send the token to the successor, token cannot seen by the another station. This means that the token does not have the address to the next station. The disadvantages of the physical ring is if one of the link fails, the whole system is fails. We have to see in the first figure. The second one is dual ring topology. The second is a dual ring topology. It is used analogs with the main ring, operate in the receiver direction compared with the main ring. The used for the emergencies only if the main ring fails, the system automatically combine the two rings to form the temporary ring. After the failed link is restored, the second ring become idle again. Each station need to have two transmit port and two receiver port. This topology it is used FDDI fiber distributed data interface and CDDI copper distributed data interface. The bus is you have to show in the second figure. The bus ringing topology. The station are connected to the single cable called the bus. This makes the logically ring because each station known the address of the successor and predecessor. When the station has finished sending the data, the station realize the token and the insert the address of its successor in the token. Only the station gets the token to the access the shared media. This topology is used as the token bus LAN. You have to see in the third figure. Last one is the star ring topology. The physical topology is a star. There is a hub that acts as an connector. The wiring inside the hub makes the ring, that is, the stations are connected to the ring through the two wire connection. The disadvantages of the star ring topology is this topology is less prone to fail because if the link goes down, then the link will be bypassed to the hub and the rest of the station can operate. Also, adding the removing the station from the ring is easier. This topology is used the token ring LAN. And the next one is the channelization. The channelization is a multiple access method. The available bandwidth of its link shared between the station in a time, frequency, or through a code. Three character channelization protocols are there: FDMA, TDMA, CDMA. FDMA means the frequency division multiple access, TDMA means time division multiple access, and the CDMA means code division multiple access. Let us see one by one. First one is FDMA. The available bandwidth is divided into a frequency band. Each band is reserved for the specific station. Each station can send the data in the allocated band. Each station also use a bandpass filter to conflict the transmission frequencies. To prevent interfaces, a small guard band is used to separate the allocated bands from one another. As you shown in the figure, you have to see the FDMA is divided into frequencies. And in the FDM and FDMA, what is the difference between the FDM and FDMA? In FDM is a multiplexing method in the physical layer and combine the individual loads from the low bandwidth channel and transmit the aggregated load is by using a high bandwidth channel. The channel that are combined are the low pass. The multiplexer modulates the combines the signal and create a bandpass signal. The bandwidth of each channel is shifted by a multiplexer. FDMA is the access method in the data link layer. In each section, the data link layer tells the physical layer to make a bandpass signal from the data passed to it. The signal must create in the allocated band. There is no physical multiplexer at the physical layer. The signal created at each station are automatically bandpass filter. They are mixed when they are sent to the common channel. And TDMA. The station share the bandwidth of the channel in that time. Each time slot is reserved for the specific station. Each station can send the data in a allocated time slot. Main problem achieving the synchronization between the different station, that is each station need to know the beginning to its slot and the allocation of its slot. This may be difficult because the propagation delay introduced in the system. To compensate for the delay, we can insert the guard times. Normally, the synchronization is accomplished to having some synchronization bit at the beginning of the each slot. The TDMA and difference between the TDM is the multiplexing method in the physical layer. It combines the individual data from the slower channels and transmit the aggregate the data by using the faster channel. The multiplexer interval data until are units of each channel. In the TDMA is a success access method in the data link layer. Each station, the data link layer tells the physical layer to use allocate the time slot. There is no physical multiplexer at the physical layer. And the last one is CDMA. The CDMA simply means the communication with the different codes. The CDMA differ from the FDMA because only a one channel occupy the entire bandwidth of the link. In the CDMA differ from the TDMA because all station can send a data simultaneously. There is no time sharing. For example, in the large room with many people, two people can talk privately in English if nobody else understand the English. The another two people can talk in Chinese if there are only one who understand Chinese, and so on, like this one. The implementation, how to implement that one? Let us assume we have a 4 station 1, 2, 3 and 4 connected to the same channel. The data from station 1 are D1, from station 2 are D2 and so on. The code assigned to the first station is C1, to second station C2 and so on. We assume that we assign the code have two properties. If we multiply each code by another, we get 0. Second one, if we multiply each code by itself, we get 4. Here the station 1 multiply the data by the code to get D1 into C1. The station 2 multiply the data by the code to get D2 into C2 and so on. The data that go to or go on the channel are sum of all these frames. All these frames. For example, suppose the station 1 and 2 talking to each other. The station 2 want to hear that the station 1 is saying station 2 multiplies the data on the channel by C1, the code of station 1. So C1 into C1 is equal to 4, C2 into C1 is equal to 0, C3 into C1 is equal to 0, C4 into C1 is equal to 0. Therefore, station 2 is divided in the result of 4 to get the data from station 1. And the next one is the chips. What is an chips? The CDMA is based on the coding theory. Each station is assigned to code which is sequence of number is called chips. The sequence were carefully selected and called the orthogonal sequences. Their sequences have a following properties. Each sequence is made up of n elements, where n is the number of stations. Multiplication of sequence of scalar. If we multiply the sequence by a number, that is, every element in the sequence is multiplied by that elements. For example, 1 into like this one, 1 into 2 into 2 into 2 and 1 into 1 into 1. Inner product of two element sequence. If we multiply two equal sequence, the element by element, and add the result, we get n, where n is a number of elements in each sequences. The inner product of two different sequences. If we multiply two different sequences element by element and each of result, we get a 0. For example, like this one. Adding two sequence means adding the corresponding element, the result is the another sequence. The data representation. We follows the following rules for encoding. To send a 0 bit, a station encodes the bit as -1. To send 1 bit, the station encodes the bit as +1. When a station is idle, it sends the no signal, which is interpreted as a 0. Encoding and decoding. We assume that a station 1 and 2 are sending a 0 bit. A station 4 is sending a 1 bit. A station 3 is silent. Here is how the work of encoding and decoding. At the sender side, the data is translated to -1, -1, 0 and +1. Each station multiplies the corresponding number of its chip. The result is a new sequence which is sent to the channel. The sequence on the channel is the sum of all 4 sequences. Now imagine station 3, which is a silent, is listening the station 2. The station 3 multiplies the total data on the channel by the code for channel station 2, which is +1, -1, +1, -1, and we Got it. The encoding and the decoding. The sequence generation. To generate a chip sequence, we use the Weiss table. The Weiss table is a two-dimensional table with an equal number of rows and columns. In Weiss table, each row is a sequence of chips. A W1 for the one chip sequence has one row and one column. We can those -1 or +1 is a chip for this trivial table. According to the Weiss, we know that table for n sequence Wn, we can create a table for 2n sequence of W to n. The W is the overbar and W is the stand for the complement of WB. Where each of +1 is changed to -1 and vice versa. After we select Wi, the W1 and W2 we can made from 4 W1s with last one is complement of W1. After W2 is generated, W4 can made for 4 and W2 is a last of 1 of complement of W2. These are the sequence generation. Some example is given. I have to send to your notes. And next one is wired LAN. Nothing but we popularly called as an Ethernet. The Ethernet protocol or the data link layer is divided into two sublayers, LLC, MAC. Flow control, error control and framing duties are grouped into a sublayer called LLC. Framing is handled in both the LLC and the MAC. The difference between the MAC and LLC. The LLC provides the one single data link control protocol for all IEEE LAN. In the MAC provides a different protocol for the different LANs. A single LLC protocol can provide the interconnectivity between the different LAN because it makes the MAC sublayer transparent. The MAC this is the differ the specific access method for each LAN. For example, CSMA or CD is used through Ethernet LANs. The token passing method is used for the token ring and token bus LANs. The framing function is also handled by the MAC layer. The MAC contains a number of distinct modules. Each module is defined to access method and the framing format specific to the corresponding LAN protocol. The Ethernet evolution. The fourth generation for the Ethernet evolution. Standard Ethernet, it is 10 Mbps, and fast Ethernet, it is 100 Mbps. Gigabyte Ethernet, it is 1 Gbps, and the 10 Gbps Ethernet is a 10 Mbps. So it is divided into 4 types. Okay, in the tomorrow session we have to continue the Ethernet evolution. I hope today session you have to understand that one. In this today we have to see about the FDMA, CDMA, and is this one. Another one is the TDMA. Okay. Okay. Thank you.